Happy New Year, everybody! Hope you kicked into 2018 in the right footing. I hope you are all hangover, which means you partied, but you partied safely, and now you're back here joining me as we are looking forward into 2018, and now we remember 2017 as movie history. But now let's look forward into what we might get that's great in 2018. I have a lot of honorable mentions because there are many movies that I'm excited for and curious for to see in this year. I narrowed the list down to 10, but let's get the honorable mentions right out of the way right now. I still have my list right here, and my list of honorable mentions is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Could be great. I really enjoy the first Ant-Man, and this could in many ways be the Black Widow and Hawkeye team-up film that we are very much looking forward to and that we will never get. Next up is Mission Impossible 6. I wanted to put this on the top 10 list because I love the Mission Impossible films as of late. This one looks to be another great one, adding Henry Cavill to the ensemble, but we still haven't gotten a trailer. There's nothing to see in this film, but I'm still really excited for it. I'm also very much looking forward to God Particle, the next movie in the Cloverfield universe, but again, we haven't seen anything, just like when 10 Cloverfield Lane came out. Next is Early Man. I really want to put this on the top 10. I really love the trailers, I love the animation, I love Aardman Studios. This is one I cannot wait to see. Pacific Rim Uprising is a sequel to a film I enjoy more than most people do, and the director on this one is the man behind my favorite TV show of all time, Spartacus, Blood and Sand, or War of the Dam, or Vengeance, or Gods of the Arena, whichever surname you want to give it. Next up is Annihilation, a film I really wanted to put on the top 10 list. The next one from director Alex Garland, who directed Ex Machina, one of my favorite films of 2015. It's got a great cast. It seems like the story will really be different. The look of the film is very unique. I can't wait to see this one, and it's coming out very early. It's right around the pipe. Next up is New Mutants. I really enjoyed the trailer, didn't love it, but I'm very much curious to see how they tackle this one. Such a unique tone, such a different take on the superhero genre, and it's yet set on the X-Men universe, just like other X-Men films that are going to come out this year. And speaking of X-Men films, I'm very much looking forward to Dark Phoenix as well. Didn't get it on the top 10 list because it's a first-time director, as much as I like Simon Kinberg, and they already screwed the storyline before. I'm hesitant, but I'm very much looking forward to it still, but that's why it isn't on the top 10 list. Solo, a Star Wars story. Very much looking forward to it. Didn't make it on the top 10 list. Still need the trailer because of all the production problems, but I am a huge fan of Ron Howard. I'm a huge fan of all the cast, and I can't wait to see a young Han Solo film. I want them to pull it off, but it's also not a film that I always needed or wanted. Incredibles 2 is going to get a lot of people mad that it didn't get on the list. I'm still very much looking forward to it. I love The Incredibles. Not as much as everyone else, but I still love it. I love Pixar, I love animation, and this is a sequel that even myself, not being the biggest fan of The Incredibles, will tell you I want a sequel to The Incredibles, the greatest Fantastic Four film ever made. Next up is The Predator. Also didn't get on the list because I haven't seen anything. I know who is in the film, I know who is directing the film, but that's it. No poster officially, no trailer. I know we have that poster of the thunder forming the image of the Predator, but that's it. Next up is Christopher Robin, the story of the boy who hung out with Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Piglet and all the others. I want this drama to be successful. It's got Ewan McGregor and Haley Atwell. I am in. Thing is, it's directed by Mark Forster. The man directed World War Z, but the man also directed Quantum of Solace. Next up is Mowgli, Andy Serkis' take on the Jungle Book, with an amazing cast that I cannot wait to see, but we still have no trailer and the film has been ready for a while and they just delayed. I know they wanted to avert attention from Disney's Jungle Book, but there also might be other motives that we don't know yet, and I'm hoping I'm wrong by thinking that. I want this movie to be great. Next up is Girl in the Spider's Web from Fede Alvarez, who directed Don't Breathe. I really love that film. It's got Claire Foy taking on the role. It's got a huge cast. I'm a huge fan of Fincher's take on the movie, and I'm a huge fan of the original Swedish trilogy. So I cannot wait to see Claire Foy, Queen Elizabeth herself, taking on the role of Lisbeth Salander. I also really want to see Fantastic Beasts 2, but it just couldn't make the top 10 because there are many other films that I'm very much looking forward more Creed 2 is also a film that I really want to see because I love Creed, but the director has no work that I know of, so I don't know how to take the choice of director on this one. That's why I didn't make the top 10 list. And the last honorable mention, and I know there's been a lot of them, is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I love the animation on the trailer. The trailer and the story that they're going to tackle actually gets me finally excited to see this film, but I actually need the trailer with the story, with the characters, with a little bit of the plot to get sunk into the Spider-Verse. Alright, we already wasted a lot of time because I had a lot of honorable mentions, but now, officially, here is the top 10 films I am most looking forward in 2018. Coming in at number 10 is Isle of Dogs, Wes Anderson's next film, a new animated feature with very unique animation, very unique shot composition and color, and I can't wait to see just anything from Wes Anderson. I'm not the hugest fan of Fantastic Mr. Fox, but this guy has just been killing it and killing it and killing it for the most part. Like 90% of his films I love, so I cannot wait to see his new tackle on animation with what might be some very deep themes in there. Coming in at number 9 is a film that we have no trailers for, but it stars my goddess Margot Robbie and the incredibly talented Saoirse Ronan, Mary, Queen of Scots. A period piece about England and Scotland at war, two amazing actresses, I don't know the director. This is a film I just need. If anybody told me I could see this film tomorrow, I would rush to the theater right now and stay on there all night. This film had the trailer released very recently, and that's how it made its way in here. Sicario 2 Soldado is a film I didn't necessarily need, but I wanted to know a lot more about Benicio del Toro's character in Sicario, and seeing this trailer actually gives me confidence. We got Benicio, we got Josh Brolin. This film looks amazing. It's not Denis Villeneuve, but still keeps that style, that greeniness, that realism, and it looks like it's very well shot. Seems like a very dark story with very dark tone, and I cannot wait to see another work from these two together, getting deep into the character of Benicio in this film. This also doesn't have a trailer yet, but there are a lot of stills out there, and I absolutely adore the original. Mary Poppins returns with the perfect actress to play Mary Poppins now that Julie Andrews cannot anymore. Emily Blunt is taking on Mary Poppins. This is a film I am dying to see. Just think about the fact that whenever we get to see Mary Poppins Returns, it will already be Christmas time again, so I cannot wait just because of that. Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Just the plot synopsis on this got me hooked. I love the original Wreck-It Ralph. This seems like an organic continuation of the plot, going around the web, meeting other Disney characters, being very meta about it. This could go very right or very wrong. I am well aware of that. But what I see that they accomplished in the first Wreck-It Ralph and what I see that they are doing in this one gives me confidence. Just imagining that they pull this off so well as they did the first Wreck-It Ralph, this could be one of my favorite animated films of all time. The King of Wakanda will strike in a very short amount of time because it's coming out mid-February. Black Panther is my number 5. I cannot wait to see the full glory of Wakanda realized on screen. Chadwick Boseman is amazing as Black Panther. We got Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, a huge, fabulous, talented cast. Ryan Coogler, the man behind Creed, directing this film, and we are just going to get sunk more into the MCU, going to a place and a mythos that we have never explored before. So that just gets me excited about something new. This is a film that I am expecting to be the most laughs I have in a movie theater in all of 2018. Deadpool 2. Just that Bob Ross trailer is amazing, and those quick snippets at the end about the actual film are incredible. They are violent, they are gritty, they are action-packed, they are thrilling, and I cannot wait to see Josh Brolin as Cable. I love this actor, I love this character. I cannot wait to see Deadpool be even more crazy in its storyline. David Leitch, the man behind John Wick and Atomic Blonde, pulling off these action sequences with Deadpool should be spectacular. Ready Player One is the film for all us nerds who go into comic book movies and movies based on books, anything based on pop culture. We go out there and we look for the Easter eggs. This is a film where the actual plot is looking for an Easter egg, and just the trailers are being dissected throughout the internet. So Ready Player One should be incredible. I am still reading the book before the movie comes out, and it's directed by Steven Spielberg. You don't get many perfect matches like that. Damien Chazelle, Ryan Gosling, based on a true story. It seems like the organic new direction that Damien Chazelle should be taking on. He already established that he can tell real stories with real feelings about real people with relatable issues and get real emotions out of you as a viewer. So tackling a book about one of the most emblematic men in history should be amazing. And of course, around the 60s and 50s, people were listening to a lot of jazz, and I cannot imagine that Neil Armstrong didn't listen to jazz in space. This should be incredible for many reasons, but it might also be the third year in a row where Ryan Gosling gets on my #1 film of the year. This is not a surprise to anyone. It's Avengers Infinity War. You were expecting it. I'm sure 90% of the people who make lists or come commenting on videos about lists will have Infinity War at #1. This film is a culmination of everything the MCU has built. This is also going to be the culmination of all the fans' investment in the MCU. Me, as someone who has grown up reading comic books and reading these amazing stories, this trailer is pure heaven. It's a pure delight for comic book fans, for nerds. I am a nerd. I am proudly a nerd. I am geeking out to see this film. This cannot get here fast enough. May cannot get here fast enough. I assure you, if I could get on a TARDIS right now and travel to May, skipping on the films that are coming out until then to see Avengers Infinity War first, I absolutely would, no question about it. Josh Brolin again playing Thanos, which should be an amazing villain. Let's cross our fingers for that, because it looks like it. All the heroes coming together. Doctor Strange, the Avengers, the Guardians, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, all them coming to kick ass. Wakanda is on the spotlight as well. This film should be like nothing we have ever seen before. And those are my most anticipated films of the year. What did you think about it? Do we disagree a lot? Do we agree a lot? Do we have the same rankings? Do we have a lot of the same films? Do you like my honorable mentions? And do you have some of your own? Let me know in the comments below, my beautiful geekies. I cannot wait to see your lists. There are a lot of films that we can discuss. There are a lot of films that are coming out later in the year that we still don't know of. The Oscar films, the films that are coming out right now in Sundance at the beginning of January, those films we'll get to know a little bit more of as the year proceeds. And as I said before, I might do a most anticipated list video in June, midway through the year, so we can sink a little bit more into the possible Oscar contenders. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Thank you for joining me in the past 2 years. Let's hope this year is as great, if not better, than 2017. In prospect, all these films look amazing, so let's hope they are as amazing in retrospect in the future. I cannot wait to bring you my first review of the year with Insidious for The Last Key in 2 days, and also my first geek classic of the year on Saturday. And so until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so we can be geeky united!